Cameron and I are partners for this video, but unfortunately the last few days our work schedules have totally conflicted and we were unable to meet during QRT or after school to film this video, and then Cameron got sick the day we were supposed to film this. So we had to resort to our next best option, which was interviewing a guy I met in France to see if he knows more about the U.S. government than other kids our age know about the U.S. government. So as a little background, he was born and raised in France, but his family moved to Florida for high school. Well, most of high school. He had problems his second semester senior year with his visa and stuff like that, but he's back in Florida and goes to college with me. We were about to figure out how much he knows about U.S. government, and then we were going to ask our sisters a couple questions and see if they know just as much as he does. To start off, how confident are you in your knowledge of U.S. government and how it works?
I feel like I know a little bit about the U.S. government, but not a whole lot.
I feel kind of confident in my knowledge of the U.S. government.
What is one stereotype that French people have against the U.S. citizens or government?
I'd say the stereotype that most French people have about the U.S. and the people that live in the U.S. is most of the people there use guns and they own it, and I feel like one of the most common activities that they do is go shooting or hunting.
I think French people probably think that we're a little crazy and are messed up.
Who was the first president of the United States?
The first president of the United States is George Washington.
George Washington?
How many presidents has the U.S. had?
I believe there was 45 presidents in the U.S.
51 presidents.
How many presidents have we had? 50? Who are the current presidents of both the United States and France?
The current president of the United States is Joe Biden, and the current president of France is Emmanuel Macron.
Ish. The president right now is, oh gosh, Joe Biden.
How many amendments are there in the Bill of Rights?
There are 10 amendments to the Bill of Rights, and I believe 27 or 28 all amendments afterwards.
In the Bill of Rights, 12? 12?
What is the worst part about the U.S. government?
One of the things I dislike the most about the U.S. government is personal experience. That as an international student, they denied my visa, so I wasn't able to finish high school in Florida, and I had to deal with a lot of stress and problems regarding that.
How many U.S. states are there?
There are 50 states in the United States.
How many states? There's 50 states.
What is the capital of your home state?
The capital of Florida is Tallahassee.
The capital of Florida is Orlando.
Who is your governor?
And the governor is Ron DeSantis.
Who is your governor?
Tom Wolf.
What is Congress's job, and do you think they do it effectively?
I believe the government is functional, but it could definitely be working a lot better. But then I don't really know a lot about government or stuff like that, so who am I to talk about it, But yeah, I think it could run better, definitely. But as everything could be better.
How many senators do we have?
There are 100 senators, and
Like 100.
What countries border the U.S.?
the countries that border the U.S. are Canada and Mexico. As a international student, I believe I would tend to know more about the U.S. government and like everything around it, but then I don't really know a whole lot, so I'm probably wrong on that. Yep.
What two countries border the United States?
Canada,
What's the other one?
South America.
What countries border the U.S.? Canada, Mexico. We'll go with that.
Name 5 countries that aren't the United States.
Canada,
That's one. What was the other one?
Africa, Mexico,
Good. 2 more. Where was I just at?
Paris,
What country is Paris?
France,
Yeah. 1 more.
It's still only 4.
did I say Africa?
That
After surveying both our siblings and parents and my French boyfriend, I think it is safe to assume that a French international student does in fact know more about how the U.S. government functions than many of our students do. And maybe some of the negative stereotypes that Europeans hold about Americans not understanding geography or how the government works may be a little more true than we'd like to think.